Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. And today what we're going to be going over is a few bits of just news and just filling you guys in with what's currently happening with the Battlefield Milsim community and our plans for the near future towards the kind of future end of this year. So the first bit, which I'm really excited about, I have been for quite a long time, and this has been planned for quite a long time as well, is our community will now be officially opening up to Xbox Milsims. So that is any Xbox Milsim that might be interested in hopping into our community before the release of BF6, and then they can see how we operate, interact with other PlayStation Milsims, interact with other Xbox Milsims that they may have never seen before, and just get a general idea of what our community is and what we're trying to strive for. Then they can get an early jump in, so then they are ready to go on BF6 with the apparent rumors of it being crossplay, that we can actually do ops together and do events together. I believe this would be a great time for Xbox communities and Milsims to come over here and hop on and start doing stuff with us, and then they can actually start working with us in the future. So they have a better understanding of how we operate and the types of ops we do, and it'd be great to see a different perspective of what goes on the Xbox kind of area of Milsim, because we don't really hear a lot about that over here, not a lot. So it'd be great to have loads of Xbox Milsims come into our community as well, because that would be absolutely incredible to just see a different way of how people do Milsim in a different kind of aspect. But I guess we could say we're opening up to PC Milsims as well. I don't really think there are any PC Battlefield Milsims, but if you are out there and you are watching this, you're more than welcome to come and join as well. The way you get involved and you join our community is by joining the Discord. There will be a link in the description, so just check that out. And if you're interested in making a Milsim, joining a Milsim from wherever you come from, just click that link and get involved in our community, and we'd be happy to have you. Now, another bit which is pretty interesting, which will be coming out, will be merch. Now, there have been merch concepts. They should be coming up now as I'm talking, which has been going through them. But merch concepts have started to be made now. So what will be happening with merch is a bit of a tricky one. Essentially what will be happening is we may be releasing some limited edition merch, mainly for our community, which possibly if some subscribers want it as well, we'll probably put it up somewhere for you guys to be able to buy that, or you can interact with us on the Discord and order some merch there. But there won't be a lot released at the beginning, because it'll be a limited edition to see how they look like, see what the material's like and different things like that, and to see how many people are interested in them. And that will be coming this summer, towards midsummer, towards the end of the summer possibly. We'd like to get it out at the start of the summer if possible. That is our goal, but if not, then midsummer to end of the summer. You'll probably seen a few concepts that have already been up, but yeah, merch will be coming out this summer. Not a lot, it'll be mainly a limited edition kind of stuff, very limited amount of stuff. So if you do want to get merch, you have to be pretty quick on that. But a confirmed date for pretty much merch going completely live and not being limited edition and just to be bought just normally will be summer of 2022. So you'll be able to buy a lot of merch there. Just go on to, we should have a website by that time as well. And you'll be able to go onto the website and order some merch, or if we don't have a website by that time, just as I've said before, come to the Discord and order it that way, or directly from the YouTube channel. But merch will be coming. We're just going to have a little bit of a trial phase this summer, just to really see how people take it, see how people like the material, how I like the material, to see if I can make any improvements and different design concepts and things like that, to be able to have a very good launch in summer of 2022. Now the next topic will be Milsim leader recruitment and the return of MLC. Now some of you may have already known what MLC is. It's Milsim Leadership Course. I made a video on it, I think a few months ago. You'll be able to go and see that video to see a kind of rough idea of what it is. And that was just a trial phase to see how that would work, training new Milsim leaders, and to just give them the best advice to get them on their feet. That was semi-successful. We had a few good Milsim leaders come out of that, but unfortunately some of them have gone off to do their own things. We still have one or two, we have two still with us to this day. But a few others have gone off to really do their own things. But Milsim leader recruitment, essentially what we'll be doing is a lot of internal recruitment within our own Milsims to see who would really like to be a Milsim leader. So a lot of the time, some of our members come to us and say, hey, I'd like to make a Milsim, could you teach me the best ways how to do it? And they've been in the Milsim for, say, a few months. They've got the basic grasp of it. Now they just want to go on to how to make a Milsim and how to run a Milsim themselves. So what we'll do then is we'll bring back MLC and we'll train them up with the best advice and the best kind of just give them the best help we can to be able to make sure that their Milsim can get on its feet and get underway as quickly as possible. Now with the Xbox Milsims coming to our community, that will also be open to them as well, and PC. That'll be also open to them as well. If you're on Xbox and you want to make a Milsim, you're not really sure how to do it. Obviously, we can't really give you more so training as in servers, things like that. Yet, sorry. But we can give you verbal advice and different things like that of how to get your Milsim best started, recruitment and different things like that. So we will try and help you with that kind of aspect as well. But obviously we are limited with how much we could do with PlayStation leaders and new candidates for making Milsims. But that will be open, and if any viewers out there are interested in making a Milsim on any platform whatsoever, then as I've said before, you are welcome to come and join our community, and we will help you get your unit on your feet. We will give you the best advice we can, and if there are any problems, you can always come to any of the leaders in our community, because they're all experienced and they'll all be there willing to help you get you on your feet, because that's what we do in our community. Now, moving on to the next point is community war games and future ops. Now, with the reveal of BF6 going to be in June, the rumors are saying that it is going to be modern day. Now, I personally believe that pretty much 90% of people believe that it's going to be modern day. However, it isn't officially confirmed yet, even though there have been a lot of leaks saying and hints saying that it will be. But again, it isn't really confirmed. But the community is taking it as if, it's confirmed, it's modern day. So with that, what we've had to do is we've had to think about how we will do ops in a modern day setting. A lot of the leaders in here have not done Milsim on Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3. They haven't done a modern day era Milsim before. All they have done is either BF1 or BF5. So we need to make a way to be able to also keep the reenactment ops that we do, to keep that kind of fun element of multiple, all-out warfare within a controlled and tactical environment, but also keeping our normal casual ops as well, which will always stay, or skirmishes, however you want to call them, which will always stay a large staple of Milsim. So what we have been trialing within our community are war games. I did announce them, I believe, 1 or 2 months ago in one of my videos, community war games, which we have started trialing just this weekend, which all in all, I would say it went okay. It wasn't the best, it could have been a lot better, but it was our first time and we have learned a lot from it, and I believe the next time when we do the next war game, it will be a lot better. That is the point of what we're trying to trial it, to make sure that we can make it 100% work on BF6. And essentially what a war game is it's more RP and RP kind of side of Milsim, and then just constant fighting and things like that. So it involves civilians, HVTs, loads of different things like that, checkpoints, etc, etc, instead of it just being all-out warfare and different things like that, like in reenactments. So as you can guess, the first time people are going to be in an environment of which they're not really allowed to get in a lot of firefights straight away, you can probably think how and get a rough idea of how the first community war game went. It wasn't a total failure, but it could have gone a lot better, and we have taken a lot of the failures from that, and we're going to make it a lot better the next time we do the community war game, to then see how that goes and work on any failures from that to be able to build that up. But I wouldn't say it was a complete and utter failure. I would say there are a few blips that could have been sorted a lot better, and we will be working on those and maybe possibly making a video on them so you guys can also see what they are like and what we're going to be doing on BF6, so then you guys can get a rough idea of how ops will be on there, which will be replacing, not completely, but replacing to an extent, the reenactment ops. They'll be taking a larger staple of those, and the videos we'll be uploading. We'll still do reenactment ops, we'll still do those of modern day conflicts, but community ops will be taking the main staple of what we upload to YouTube. Future ops as well, as I've said, casual ops will stay, so if any of you are watching this, you don't really need to worry about that. Casual ops and skirmishes will stay if you're coming from Xbox. What PlayStation skirmishes are like, basically one life, no revives, no respawns. You go at a set time, you go until the entire enemy team is dead, or your entire team is dead, so that won't be changing, so don't worry about that whatsoever. Now, moving on to op activity and community growth. Now, because of the fact that PlayStation has made Battlefield 5 free to play, I don't know for how long, but it's free to play right now. I don't know if it's still up for free, but go check it out if it is. But it's free to play. We've had a massive surge in community growth and people joining all of our Milsims, as well as more Milsim units being made. Currently we have 23, and we have, I believe it is 4 more Milsims that have applied to join, which is just going through the joining process, and we're growing by the week. We're getting a lot more Milsims joining us, as well as a lot more recruits and members coming in from YouTube, as well as just basic, just really from PlayStation messaging people in public lobbies. So op activity has surged because of the fact that people are more confident now in actually attending ops, because of the fact that they have a lot of members. We are doing loads of ops per week. I'd say there are about 6 to 10 ops per week, maybe a little bit more than that, from people doing their own 1v1 ops to multiple ops to their own breakthrough ops and different things like that. So there is a large diversity of ops, so that is why I'm saying to Xbox Milsims or PC Milsims, now is the time to join if you're interested in getting into something big for BF6, so you can have a basic understanding of how we operate and what we do. So lastly, moving on to community events. Now, what will be happening is we want there to not just be constant ops and things like that, and that is the only thing that we do as a community. We also want there to be different things that people can make to obviously make the community not just a set one thing, but also diversify the activities that you can do within our community. So we are starting a community art competition, as well as the community Olympics, which will be like Formula 1 racing, in quotations Formula 1, which will be driving around the map, see who's the quickest at getting around the map in like kind of like derby sense. Boxing in quotation marks again, which will be melee fights to see who's the best melee fighter. Shooting competitions, all these different kind of things, which will be in the Battlefield Milsim Olympics, which will also be in a video, separate videos for different events within those, and all going to be compressed into one video every single event. But as well as that, community competition. So essentially with that, it'll be like 5v5s, 10v10s, 4v4s, loads of different things like that, which will be getting into the community to have it in a more different kind of environment with competition, instead of it just constantly being one side outnumbers the other side or whatever. So then there's a little bit more sportsmanship in that kind of area, and it's not just being the same ops, skirmishes, different things like that. There are also different competitions that individuals can take part in, such as art, video making, different things like that, which will be coming to the community now, and in the future we may introduce more things depending on what different community ideas people bring up. So that is all for today, guys. If you have any opinions or anything else you would like to add, any ideas for where the community could go, then that would be great if you could leave that down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.